Welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is about Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki. He is on another foreign trip. We have seen that after the signing of a peace deal between TPLF and Ethiopian federal government, Isaias Afwerki has resumed his foreign trips. This is his second foreign trip in around a month. Secondly, viewers, a new political party has been formed in Tigray. Will this party be allowed to work in Tigray? Who is backing this party? Is this party trying to create divisions in Tigray? What is the agenda behind the formation of this party? Is PP behind this party? And thirdly, Ethiopian state media is claiming that an OLA, Oromo Liberation Army commander has surrendered in Oromia region of Ethiopia. Pictures are being shared. Firstly, viewers, Isaias Afwerki, Eritrean president, is very relieved after the Pretoria agreement because he's not talking about rejoining IGAD. He visited Kenya a few days ago. He wants a broader regional economic alliance with neighboring countries and he's been giving interviews as well. In two of his past interviews, just week-old interviews, he spoke in detail about regional and international issues, though his interview on domestic issues is still awaited. It was slated for this Saturday, but it was postponed. Isaias Afwerki is on another visit. He has departed Asmara. This time, he's going to the Saudi Arabia. And according to Eritrean Information Ministry, Saudi Arabian government invited him. So he's visiting Saudi Arabia on the invitation of Saudi Arabian government. What is the agenda? It's not clear. Nothing has been said. Only mention by Information Ministry is that bilateral issues will be discussed. But what are the bilateral issues between Saudi Arabia and Eritrea? Obviously, issues are regional issues. Sudan will be discussed. Eritrea shares border with Sudan. It has its presence in eastern Sudan, influence as well. Saudi Arabia is a player in Sudanese internal politics. Secondly, Yemen. Across the sea from Eritrea is Yemen. Eritrea fought a limited war against Yemen over some islands in the past, and Saudi Arabia is involved in the conflict in Yemen, though there is a relative calm in Yemen. Yemen and Saudi Arabia will come under discussions. Interestingly, some sources say that Massawa could also be discussed. Massawa port. We know that Russia is planning to build a naval base in Eritrea in Massawa. A few days ago, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov visited African countries. He visited Eritrea too, and he landed in Massawa. And then we saw a statement from Russian government saying that the two countries had agreed on developing Massawa port, Massawa airport. Let's see, will Massawa be discussed? Could Saudi Arabia be trying to persuade Eritrea that Eritrea should not host Russian forces in the form of a base? That remains to be seen. It's a very interesting visit, I think. Eritrea is in need of financial aid like it has always been. And Arab countries have been supporting Eritrea, UAE, Saudi Arabia. Let's see what happens. We'll try to update you in coming days. 2-day visit. So obviously, it means key issues will be discussed in Saudi Arabia between Isaias Afwerki and Arabian leadership. Secondly, viewers, a new political party has been formed in Tigray while talks are underway for the establishment of interim government, and distance between TPLF and opposition parties is widening. We're seeing introduction of new political forces in Tigray, though it is difficult for these new forces to actually operate in Tigray. Even opposition parties are not allowed to work freely. Tinsai 70 Enderta, I think, is the name of this party. Enderta is a zone of Tigray of which Mekelle is part too. The party, one of its party members, whose name is Gidina Midhane, has shared some details. Party was pre-registered with the Ethiopian National Election Board in June and July 2022. And now this party is working to be fully registered. It wants to have members. Its target is to have at least 4,000 members in the next few months, so that it could be registered as a political party in Tigray. And obviously, it means it wants to contest regional election. The party has no presence in Tigray, reportedly. It is trying to be in Tigray. Some sources say that a politician who has backing of Ethiopian government is behind the formation of this party, but he is in the background, because if he appears in public as this party's leader, people might not join this party. His name is Lile Helemariam. If you remember, in October 2021, I think I did a video about Vision Tigaro movement, which was launched by this man, Lile Helemariam. Most sources say that he is the founder of this party. He's in the background. Other members are being launched. The party so far obviously is based in Addis Ababa, Ethiopian capital. Will it be allowed to enter Tigray and start political activities? That remains to be seen. Party's name is very interesting, viewers. Enderta. Why is this party choosing a zonal sort of look? Because it is said by some critics of TPLF that TPLF is ruled by Adwa leaders. Adwa and Enderta rivalry is, people say it has been happening within TPLF. Most of ruling elite of TPLF is from Adwa side, not from Enderta, and it has been a source of conflict between groups in party. This party is claiming to be representative of Enderta. Mekelle is part of Enderta, though it says it wants to be a representative of all Tigrayans. It seems that formation of this party is an attempt to create more divisions in Tigray. But Tigray regional government must allow the parties which are not in Tigray to work in Tigray. These parties should be allowed to enter Tigray, like Eregave Birhe's party and this one. These parties boycotted, Eregave Birhe's party boycotted. He was not allowed to contest regional election of 2020. Now these parties which are not in Tigray, they should be allowed to work in Tigray. That is what political culture is. TPLF, though it's not likely that it will allow these parties to enter and work in Tigray. TPLF is not giving political space to opposition parties, Salzevene, Betona, Tigray independence parties, the parties which fought with TPLF against Eritrean ENDF forces in the last 2 years. So how is it possible that these parties which have some backing of Addis Ababa will be allowed to work in Tigray? That remains to be seen. Obviously, what we can sum up is that we're going to see several stakeholders who will try to be players in Tigray's politics, because there is uncertainty so far about the future of Tigray regional government and how election will be held, who will hold elections, who will be elected. So that is why we could see several players trying to project themselves as representative of the people of Tigray. We could see new parties, we could see splits in parties, we could see splits between the government and army, we could see splits within Tigray military commanders. It's happening, we've been reporting that. It's all because there is going to be a change in Tigray if election is held in a transparent manner. And after wars, generally political leadership faces problems. Ruling party, especially if military under its command was defeated, the ruling party suffers consequences. Let's see what happens. Thirdly, viewers, an OLA commander has surrendered. Ethiopian state media is showing pictures of an armed individual. It is being said that he is an OLA commander of Oromo Liberation Army. His name is Jal Murta. It is being claimed, it is being reported by state media that he has surrendered in North Shore zone of Oromia region. No confirmation from OLA. In the past, we have seen that whenever Ethiopian state media showed OLA fighters as prisoners or as those who have surrendered, OLA never acknowledged that. OLA always denied. OLA said those were not members of the organization, members of the group, and that they were just ordinary civilian Oromos. But they were being shown as OLA fighters, or that they were members of some other militias backed by the government. Let's see, will OLA acknowledge the arrest or the surrendering of this commander? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.